Yesterday, we reported that there is a growing local interest among Jamaicans to become Muslims, despite the negative image worldwide of the various branches of Islam. But can the Islamic faith shake off the negative global perceptions and survive in a modern society? Dara Smith continues her coverage.
Hadrat Mizra Mazrur Ahmad is to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat as Pope Francis is to the Roman Catholic. He's the spiritual leader of that Muslim sect. TVJ News was one of only 2 Western media houses granted an interview with the spiritual leader. One of the issues to dominate the discussion is the violence taking place worldwide, especially with ISIS located mainly in the Middle East and Boko Haram operating mainly in Nigeria, 2 radical Muslim groups. Now, the Ahmadiyya Muslims explain that images of individuals being beheaded and places being bombed, which have been making the rounds on the internet and in the media, have hurt the reputation of their community. In fact, they explain that it's quite the opposite to their teaching and what Muslims around the world stand for.
What they are doing is not Islamic. You see, how can we learn, how should we know, where from should we know the teaching of Islam? See, first thing has to be decided, and that is, we believe, is the Holy Book, the Holy Quran. There's those groups, militant groups, or who are those who have their own vested interests, they interpret something wrong from the Holy Quran in their favor. That is, I will rather say that they have misconstrued the teaching of Islam.
Lal Khan Malik is the national president of the Canada community of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat. He is among those Muslims who take offense to all Muslims being painted as terrorists based on the work of ISIS and Boko Haram.
We should not call them terrorist Muslims. If some Christians are doing anything which is despicable, we should not say they are Christian terrorists or Jewish terrorists. We should tell them, we should call them, they are terrorists, they are criminals. They have nothing to do, their actions have nothing to do with the teachings of Islam. So it's a misnomer to say terrorists, Muslim terrorists or Christian terrorists. They are terrorists, period.
So as the Ahmadiyya Muslims expand their reach in South and Central America and the Caribbean, they admit that the actions of extremist groups create a barrier for the growth of their community. And according to the spiritual leader, the media is playing a role in fueling the activities of the militant groups.
Whenever the person goes to join ISIS or Daesh or any extremist group, media will give the very vast coverage to it. If you say that if 300 people go to join Daesh, there is a small number to exploit the peace of the world, but there are 500,000 people who have come to join a community which has a pledge to spread the peace and harmony in the world, then people would know that what is the true Islam.
He's urging the media to play their role in educating people on the true Islam. Dara Smith, TVJ News.